We've seen it, jokingly thrown around in the past with Core Willow before, but that was again
10
with every new
seconds
hero that
remaining.
comes out at the start of its patch.
Well,
Now, yet again, I feel like
5
Forest
seconds
Zoomers have
remaining.
stronger heroes than Latam defenders so far. I think Latam really needs to do something to surprise me to convince them that their draft is better. And I mean, I think we're going to see a little bit of reserve time used here just to solidify it. Because now, I mean, this is the wall. Forest Zoomers are laying it out right now. They've got crazy team fight, crazy farm, crazy split push potential, and they can get your towers pretty much whenever they want to pop that exo. This is kind of scary if you're Latam.
And I mean, you're not wrong that they're dipping into this reserve time just to figure out what they want to run as the counter. However, we did see Dazzle picked up, and it worked out really well against Death Prophet 5. I imagine it could even do the same against Death Prophet Core. However, you already have your offlane tied.
Yeah, I don't think they can jumble around their heroes in a very meaningful way. If they wanted to do something like that, they would have to
Radiant
send the
taking
Rubik
back.
mid, but I can't imagine that. And
Hmm.
they will go the Oracle Troll, but versus Dark Willow, I really don't like it.
Yeah, not.
We already saw earlier today that how that matchup panned out, and that was with a
Turret
Puck on
taking
that
back.
team as well, and it's not banned out either. I mean, Zoomers could go for they could just dip into the pool. There's so many heroes left in, I feel like.
I think if Puck does remain, it's a four Zoomers insta pick. 100%. It is such a good hero against this draft.
Well, and at the same time,
10
you still have the
seconds
Storm
remaining.
Spirit as well. And a lot of
Hmm.
defenders, at least with the Mars ban, believe that it's not
5
going to be a
seconds
Brax Death
remaining.
Prophet. It doesn't necessarily have to be, but with Four Zoomers having the last
Radiant
pick as
team
well, I
back.
feel like I'm not entirely convinced that Laudum are
Turret
going to be
team
able
back.
to hold it out. And we do see the
There
Puck
it
ban,
is.
but now Storm Spirit's in the pool, and I'm very very skeptical. Maybe Laudum try to steal it, but
I feel like you actually don't want to run the Storm. I feel like the Void Spirit gives you much better control in this game right now.
10
And
seconds
especially
remaining.
since they still
Radiant
have the
team
last
pick.
pick, they could work for
Visage.
Visage.
I'm guessing that's a Laudum specialty.
Yeah,
I
that
didn't see it
has to
in
be a
any of their
pocket
drafts,
draft.
but yeah, no other team has banned it versus them, but interesting.
Hmm.
When I'm really thrown for
10
a loop
seconds
because
remaining.
I don't know what Nana can play to really round out this
5
draft.
seconds
And
remaining.
even then, when they pick it, it still can get countered.
And I mean,
It's
is it the monkey? Is it what are they trying to think of? With the Viper ban, I was considering whether or not they were thinking monkey for four
right.
Zoomers, but quite the interesting spot we've wound up in.
Dire team pick.
All right. Well, they go for a moderately safe last pick. Lestrak is a still somewhat flexible in his rotating capability in the early phase, and it's good against Death Prophet. It puts up a pretty good contest in comparison. Death Prophet can't really run away as
10
much
seconds
in
remaining.
comparison to Lesh, where he can just run at them.
Well, and it's just a very
5
solid
seconds
hero. Like you
remaining.
said, they don't have the last pick. They can't risk getting countered. And can Lane versus Death Prophet can 50-50 most of the matchups that Gunner would be willing to play. But I still feel as if, unless this Leshrac is really popping off, I mean, could still see him playing the Void Spirit. Most likely not, just because the Lesh does kind of make that matchup a little bit
Mm-hmm.
harder than he might like. Same with the Troll. He doesn't want to have to deal with getting rooted. I feel like the Storm Spirit is where we're leaning towards, but maybe with the Oracle, they might want something a little bit beefier. And I mean, with the Earth Spirit pick we saw last game, perhaps he wants something a little bit more chaotic, a little bit more self-sufficient. I mean, I'm trying to think of what hero that could be.
I mean, it's not going to be the Quap. The Puck's already banned. Void Spirit's not good, and Storm Spirit's the only 50-50. What other big mids are still kicking around? I mean, I doubt we'd run a Snapfire here. It's not good against the Lesh.
No, we wouldn't see an OD or we wouldn't see a Necro or any of those sort of pardon my French,
Niche
bad
picks.
heroes.
Yeah.
Maybe the Invoker is where they're leaning. That's
It's not
a
bad,
gunner
actually.
hero.
Mid
Okay.
Pango.
Choose your
Or actually, it's
hero.
not mid Pango. It's
Well,
Death
we'll see
Prophet
when
mid then.
they pick. We were not entirely sure. Yeah, it will be mid Pango.
Okay. Well, this feels like still a bit of a 50-50, I'd say. Because Lesh still can outfarm Pango mid.
Definitely. Wesh can also, to be frank, can dominate that lane pretty easily. The biggest thing that Nana will have to be careful of are those early rotations coming in from the edge. The small things that'll catch you off guard. Because if he does fall, if he does die, feed a little bit of farm over towards that Pango, there's really no going back. But other than that, I mean, if the troll isn't able to hit Gunner, we saw in the Arkosh game how effective that Pango is at kiting out the troll, especially with roll up. It's really hard to put your finger on that Pango. There's really a lot of time and space that he buys for your other cores, and at the same time, now you've got Sammy Boy with the Midas, but he's going to be farming even more because you don't have that position 3 Bloodseeker that was taking a little bit of the farm off the map. It really feels like he's going to be that number one pause one core. And I don't know, Latam defenders, they're back at it with the team fight. They really need to be getting a lot out of these lanes, and they need to translate that yet again into towers. But I'm not sure. I believe way more in Four Zoomer's draft coming into this game.
I mean, we saw how like popping off the jug was in the last game, and the control ability for this troll is like it's dominating. I don't have. It's not that I don't have faith in Valkyrie's Tidehunter, but we saw it last game, and their build towards killing heroes was using Ravage to open on one hero.
Well, now, while they do have more lockdown, they have a lot less burst, I would say, in Latam defenders. They've got a lot more save this time around, and maybe they will try to play around the Oracle Troll and try to make it work for them. But even with the Jug doesn't care if you're going to get the Fate's Edict pressed on you. He's just going to keep running you down continuously, and I really think they need to do extremely well in lanes on Latam defenders, and then yet again they need to pressure into those racks or into those towers, into those Roshans, and then force Zoomers to fight them preemptively. Because Exo is still Death Prophet still feels really bad without Exo. That is the fact of the matter. But you already see Brax has the Falcon Blade queued up. He's doing it again.
I mean, it's the Brax specialty.
Apparently so.
Do? I mean, this is now Brax's specialty. Anyone else is going to claim it, stole it from Brax. I mean, for Zoomers, like I said, they're not exactly the underdog team. They've got a name. So, you know,
Yeah,
if they
and
want
they've
to steal
definitely
any
proven
tactics,
themselves.
then they're stealing tactics from big boy players.
Oh, Gunner, I think, accidentally tanked a tower shot there.
30 seconds to
Knows that there is an award, but oh,
No, he's tanked 3 tower shots now.
I wonder if he
think-
knows there is not a ward, but
Yeah. Well, they have discovered there is no ward.
well, they have been playing a lot of Radiant, I have noticed. Maybe this is more reliable if you're looking for a dire mid ward, but still, looks like Sambo is trying to swipe a rune.
Well, looks like they're going to get it. It's still going to be a 2-2 even pick as Brax will get the one at the river.
And unfortunately, Husky did not start with a...
Oh,
Oh,
wait,
they got a
blind.
kill.
I was
They chased him all the way back.
I saw the first blood or the rune happen, and I'm like, I'll think nothing of it. And then that happened. I
Yeah,
thought
Oracle
Brax was
tried
just
to
running
steal it.
upwards because that's just what he was doing.
Yeah, Aretis, he was getting greedy. He was trying to steal the other rune because he didn't want to contest necessarily with his troll, and just kind of ended up feeding. But at the same time, in the top wave, I mean, we've talked about a lot, but the Enchantress got both of his camps blocked. Doesn't even skill up the enchant. He's just going to be content with the impetus. He didn't start with the sentry. I think it's flying out now. No, it's just another salve. Kind of unfortunate because he isn't going to be able to play his hero. He's going to have to do what we see some Enchantresses do, where they go to the enemy camps to then pull their creeps. But we'll see if Husky's able to get the same momentum we see a lot of other Enches are able to get going for him.
Well, I mean, it can be a nice momentum game, but you're right with the breaks of the camps, kind of slows it down for a little bit here. I mean, Husky's got to be careful. He's not exactly the strongest horse creature.
Sure.
Centaur. It's a centaur of a sort, right?
A type, but oh, they popped level 2, and yeah. I was going to mention it. It's something that both sides need to be really cautious of, because then you've got that initial gush anchor smash does so much damage, but now he's going to notice. He sees both of his camps blocked. He bought 2 sentries immediately. This is just the life that they're living right now. But a lot of XP is going to go the way of Valkyrie and Moonlight now.
Yeah, they're even pinging it as well. Well, oh, bot. Ooh, Brax getting really low down here. He's trying to get the
just
kill
barely.
hold, but can't get it. You could see that Latam Defender's heroes are very low down here. And Ocean with a full wand, and then
he's
Shadow
fine.
Realm is available. He doesn't even need to use it. He'll have Brambles up at 3.
I think
He's
he's just
keep on
dead,
getting the clicks. Yeah, they do get the whirling axes out onto him, but the Shadow Realm with the Bramble Maze walks into both. He will get 2. And I don't know if I'm having a texture problem, but I do not see the Dark Willow's headpiece on right now.
Nope.
In my
Same boat here.
Okay, cool.
It's very lovely.
Yeah, it's very
it's a
weird.
Big hat. It's a big hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, and I mean, it's a very unfortunate that's the way it went down, because now he's going to have so much farm. He's already got the urn queued up, and while it's not the worst versus Oracle just because you can Fortune's End off any of the damage that you're going to be taking, it's still not the best to just keep on giving levels to this Will, because he will eventually walk mid, and that's when Nana needs to be quite squared.
Or light. Getting spun up
Just
by
barely.
Sammy. Well, it's only level 2 spin, so it's not going to really get that much kick and going there.
Yeah, and he's happy. He's just getting these pulls off now. Was able to get that ward out.
Well, not a very slow game in comparison to game number 1. We saw a little bit of a lack of kills at the start of the game. Now, this game, 3-1. These kills do make quite a big difference. And Aritis actually walks into 2
he's
Brambles.
taking a lot of damage.
Shadow Realm. Will he get it is the question.
They got him.
He got it.
Radiant's courier.
And the courier gets clipped as well. That's not great for Kukahold.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Oh, and they're trying to make aggressive plays, especially mid, but Gunnar just keeps proccing him. And, actually.
Ooh, very close. The raindrop coming in from the courier that exact second saves him.
I think just barely undercalculating the range of Diabolic Edict just on that ramp right here. He was getting just a little bit too close. And the rune going the way of Nana feels very nice for him. But they're running bottom again. They're trying to kill Brax. Oh, he missed.
Yeah, they do end up whiffing the ranged whirling. You can see him dancing a little bit there. He's going to get the salve up as well. They'll be able to get that nice reset. Brax almost near his Falcon Blade.
And at the same time, I mean, in the top lane, Valkyrie is now struggling versus Husky a little bit. It looks like he's going to try to, or attempt to pull the waves now, just because Sammy Boy hitting his, or coming up on his level 5. It's quite hard to pressure that hero once he has just even a few levels. Yeah, trying to block even the camps more, but it's always going to be an uphill battle now in this lane.
Well, let's at least get the creeps. He'll be able to meet it halfway through there and at least secure that for the time. I mean, Sammy is still just incredibly farmed. We're looking at the 26-8. No kills, however. No deaths either, so that's not the worst. To the 18-3 of the Tide. They did cut the creep wave, and they are actually going to try to fight the meat point here as Moonlight walks into 3. And, I mean, 3 being the Centaur as well.
It feels like 3. He's a big guy.
I mean, let's be honest here. The Centaur stun lasts longer than Hoof Stomp still. So.
Oh, and Sammy.
Yeah, he might be in trouble here,
the
but
Centaur.
The second stomp comes out. He's got enough mana actually for 2 more, but they're just going to go ahead and sacrifice it. It's got 3 seconds left. It dies.
Well, and at the same time, I mean, Nana's kind of made a risky play. He's given up his mid tower during the cart. Oh, and Moonlight. Ocean doesn't see him yet, but...
Oh, no. He's TP'd back in. They do end up getting the jump, and... I mean, Moonlight's at very low HP. Gunnar has a roll if he really wants to just turn on him here. He finds the disarm slow. Yep, there it is. Meanwhile, they kill Brax in the bot lane underneath the tower. Was that abilities used? No?
Nope, nothing too big, but that was just with Ocean being over there. He didn't have the vision of the heroes moving onto him. But again, Nana, I mean, they have roll, but...
Yeah, I don't think he expected Ocean to stay here. And they just keep on hitting him. Bramble after Bramble. I'm glad he didn't go left. He was going to hit a third one, but it is only level 1 Bram.
And Valkyrie top again. This another centaur.
I mean, it's the power of these, like, creeps. It's like you were talking about very early in the game. Like, the creeps actually make a huge difference in a lane like this. And it's big money. No whammy.
And again, because Gunnar, he went for this Javelin build, which is still very common, but instead of opting for the Orb of Corrosion, now he gets to be aggressive. It takes a little bit longer, but if they're striking before Kukahuk hits 6, if anything, it'd be best if Aretus tanks this, but it looks like that might be the case, but Gunnar doesn't want it. Oh, they're looking for Kuka. He needs a TP soon.
I mean, Brax is hunting. Gunnar is also
no.
weaving in here. They Exort as well. And it looks like this is just a very dead troll. Maybe try to clip the courier on the way out. He's actually disarmed. Couldn't get the courier clip there. Tried to keep him alive, but
it's mid though.
Brax taking all the tower damage. They do have a roll, and Gunnar gonna find the kill on Anana as well. And now they're not even done. They're going back to Oracle.
Aretus.
I mean, Brax is diving with very low HP, and your Pango has left the lane to go back to mid, as we've just literally seen. But they'll get it with the clap that comes out from the Shadow Realm.
Now Moonlight.
Oh my goodness.
4 heroes. Oh, that was a 5-man wipe, technically. That was everyone.
Wipe. Well, no, Troll didn't die. He TP'd to mid.
Oh, did he get out? I thought he died and then respawned. No, he died and respawned.
He's dying again in a second.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you're right. There it is. He died at the beginning. It's a 5-man team wipe. That's crazy.
And the only misplay they had bottom was that they did let that card tie, but I mean, the heroes on 4 Zoomers are so happy, and I mean, the 3k gold lead coming out. I mean, Gunnar's going to have a sub 9-minute Maelstrom at this rate, and they're trying to put pressure with the Edict. They shouldn't be able to contest this tower. But this is exactly how... Oh, come on.
Denied. Oh, man.
He doesn't die for it. Oh, no.
He's not getting punished. It's a free game for this man. Denies the tower. That's the only downside. The tower's already dead, and it's 9 minutes in. But you're looking at the net worth chart. Your Pango is only 100 gold off. He's got the Maelstrom up and ready as well.
Look at Pango's. Do you see Pango's portrait? His hat's a little bit funky as well. It looks like all of the hats are a little bit messed up.
In what way is it funky on this one? Is it just like...
Oh, it just fixed itself. It was upside down for me. But Brax has got another
interesting.
kill.
Well, anyway, Brax claims a kill down in the bot jungle in the time being.
Oh, and Aretus... It's just one after another.
It's kill after kill after kill. There's no breaks.
It might give it up, but still.
So no Centaur stun. Only they've got the clamp.
But it's all this pressure they're constantly having to react to. There's no time to farm or get levels. It's just running from lane to lane. There's so many heroes that are level 5 right now in Valkyrie.
Just omnis. He's just straight dead, and he finds Aretis in the side as well. But he starts the TP as he sees Nana here, and they get it just in time. This is actually a dead Sammy. That's a ×3. Going to Aretis, however, but still. That's very good for them to get the kill there, but they might be able to find more. But nope, Moonlight picked off in the back lines.
And he thought he was going to be okay. It was really a last-second stun coming in, but...
Gunnar trying to find the jump on Aretis there with the little swash.
And I mean, he has roll if Nana decides to show himself. They have 6 on tide. They might decide to back out of this and just let Ocean eat this one.
Yeah, it looks like eating this one is exactly what Ocean will end up doing here. Trying to be a little bit of an aggressive push onto that one, but not able to
Mid
get
tower
it.
Claimed, and I mean, Brax, he already has his boots of travel. He's having a fantastic game. All of the cores on Zoomers are having fantastic starts.
And it's not even just like it's a crazy net worth advantage-esque game. It's only a 3k difference at the moment, but you're seeing the fact that the Lestrak is the one that has all the farm on the side of Latam defenders, and Troll is sitting at 3.6 in comparison to the 4.9 of the opposing safe lane Jug.
When even that, you look at the bottom, Ocean is 300 gold ahead of the enemy Tidehunter. The lane just went, I think, a little bit too poorly, and the hero that's supposed to turn things around was really supposed to be Nana, getting the best farm on the map in the mid lane, but even him, he just gets punched by Gunnar. And now Gunnar is just the absolute strongest hero on the map, just running around doing whatever he wants, because there's really no hero to punish him.
Well, looks like they do steal Swash. That's not a great steal. Obviously, the best steal you can get from a Pango is grabbing the roll. You can also steal roll-up.
That is true.
Doesn't really do much if you have no
Probably
roll.
probably much worse on Rubik, but
Yeah.
at the same time, I mean, Brax just has boots of travel. He just is the most casual Death Prophet I've ever seen. He's just running around doing whatever he wants. 445 move speed.
Falcon Blade, boots of travel,
Oh.
wand. All right, I've done. I am farmed.
Anna
Gunner?
tried to do something mid.
Yeah, they do bring him up, but out goes the fear. They will push him away, though. Gunner is very low here. Just a good beam from Moonlight would probably get the kill, but no Fade Bolt available. Is now. He will swash over to try and help get this kill, but unable to find it. No creep the lift on top of him, too, I believe. That wasn't
And the
anyway.
Brax.
Brax, he does. Well, I was going to say
He
does
does
look
so
like
much
he's a
damage.
precarious spot. Yeah, Brax just does way more damage. Husky to claim it. While Gunner is going to be in a bit of a situation here. He does swash out, and Brax is now the one that's in the more. Well,
Oh, he bottled up, but they had vision.
Yep, they get the kill on Gunner there. They find Brax as well with the Fade Bolt followed up.
Maybe next time.
And they're playing to their limits, but they just got caught on the edge a little bit too hard there. If anything, that was Nana sacrificing his life to try and get a little bit of momentum in for his team there. I think initially that was they ravaged into the stun, and then he was able to swash out barely. But still, it feels like Zoomers can just continue to run at you. It's still so hard for them to fight. They didn't use any ultimates as well. If they really wanted to, they could fight top.
I mean,
Yeah,
see
they've
Gunner
got to be
TP.
careful.
Gunner has already done a swift deny. He starts the roll. They steal roll. No, they got shield
They missed
crash
it. He's too fast.
by an inch. But this is just Gunner here for now. He's buying time so the rest of the team can rotate in. There's a net that goes out to the Tide, who is swimming in one particular spot. The Valakui will go down while the TP starts from Ereses. The stun will go out to Nanana. And that is one dead Leshrac.
Yeah, and just nothing they can do, and that's the big problem. Moonlight getting really greedy. It's funny that he'll survive, but
that's weird. They like beeline to him.
they knew the right spots.
I know where you
forward,
live.
I don't know what they're really going to do. I mean, Troll can only show up to fights when he has his ultimate. He has his Maelstrom now, but until he gets BKB, again, we have those issues in the Pango. It feels like this Pango actually is turning out to be the perfect pick that they needed. If anything, they need to wait for Leshrac to get his Yule Scepter, but once they get that, they're still going to have a lot of issues with dealing with the Zoomers. Well, Moonlight might just, oh no.
He walks into the Centaur. But,
looks like they want out, though.
Just him, actually. They do steal Enchant. That's actually really good as he counter steals the Centaur and could stun with it, but he has yet to stun with it.
It's still on CD. That's so unfortunate.
Good point.
At the same time, Ocean is just completely confident walking up some of these high grounds. They will get dewarded, but finding places to get farm, Valkyrie just wants his Blink Dagger, but he really hasn't been able to make anything happen aside from those early kills. I mean, Husky's just chilling in your triangle.
Yeah, he gets to do whatever he wants. It's a free game for him. And what is this he's building into?
I'll take that.
I'm blind. He's building into the hood.
The hood, yes. And actually, they're trying to make a play on Valkyrie. They know that he's up here after seeing the camps farmed.
They travel, TP creeped.
Yeah. They just
he
discover him
just
immediately.
Opens with Exorcism, but there's no Yules, but the net is there. They will get him. They will burn Exorcism for it, though. Meanwhile, in the bot lane,
there's no lane
Sammy.
for him to TP to, but he's setting up on Sammy. Actually, no, they're setting up on Nana. Oh, this can't hit him. They know.
They know exactly where he is. He has travels. It's not up for 15 seconds. The Omni is available. And there goes the Omni. And that should be enough damage, actually. Just enough.
Oh.
Well, nope. The spin's there, but physical damage
Gotta be
that
careful.
comes from Edict.
Okay.
Yeah, he was very close. Does have Healing Ward. Needs a little bit more mana to get it, though. Oh, they're pinging
They just
Moonlight.
keep finding kills. Oh, Moonlight.
Yep, they found him. They enchant him up. 3 more. Oh,
just barely.
Yeah, just. Got to see the fake application. I think if it was the can that get disjointed by TP still?
Oh, the impetus. I think it follows you to the fountain, but I think the last one landed on him, so he didn't need to worry about that one.
It hit him at the last second, right before the TP itself.
But all of the cores, I mean, they're circling what they can farm, and it's really not feeling great. They need to farm the enemy team's jungle to try and get plays, but they're already set up on mid. If they show on this wave or anywhere,
I mean, you
oh
find
no,
Moonlight slipping into the Shadow Realm there. They do
They do have
purge off the
Ravage.
Sun, though. Do they Ravage for solo?
Okay, they got a freebie.
Oh, yeah, they get the free Ocean there.
Radiant structures are
Gunner just gonna
fortified.
walk away. They're gonna go back down to the mid or the bot tower
Is under attack.
with what time is left on it, of course.
And even with those deaths, it's not the worst feeling. This death would be bad if they could get Brax, but they just didn't expect that many heroes to be there. And that's the decision Latam needs to keep making is, can we keep on giving the space to the Zoomers? Because now they're going to put damage on their towers. They're finally here. I think they don't have Glyph either, so they will just be able to take this T2 bottom. And if these towers keep rolling, I mean, they can always just pop Exo in 20 seconds and maybe even force them back to their high ground.
Well, they do fort the opposing Dire tower, so they don't end up getting the trade there, but they might want to hold Exorcism at least till they can make a real full-on push, because now that they have the accessibility to get into the tier 3s, they might want to just run at them with a tier 3 push. Or it could be a Roche as soon as they get the nice pick-off.
When Latam, if anything, they're trying to catch him in a mistake. If the Zoomer is back for this top pressure, this is the problem. There is a Leshrac in this game. He will be able to do damage to these towers very quickly, and that will force Zoomers in sort of the hot seat. But at the same time, they're just enveloping the map, and they can choose to fight basically whenever they want to. Oh, Brax is trying to find picks.
Yep, he does kind of find Moonlight. Wraps back into the creep wave, and they see him. But he starts the TP. He's out of there.
And that's the only problem with this sort of build up on Brax, but with the Yules flying out to him now he can really find pickoffs in these lanes, but still, I'm looking at what's on the board, and he got a Ghost Scepter on Nana, he's got a BKB and about 500 gold on Kukahook, and if they don't win the fight after those items, it's going to feel, I think, impossible to come back, because Sammy Boy he's continuing to farm. He's got the Sanji and Yasha, Maelstrom. There's nothing really slowing him down, but the Ravage.
You get the Ravage out on the Gunner, the stun's going to be there as well as the Follow Root, and they will actually get this kill, but this is kind of going back to what I was talking about at the start of the draft, is that, like, they're running this with the intention of ravaging one hero to kill him every time, and though it's great to get these pickoffs, it's not going to win the game.
When even with that pick, you always think when you get a pick like that, what can I do with this? And at this stage of the game, it's just time. I get to push out top wave, I get to farm out bottom wave, and I get to deal with the Zoomer's pressure without worrying about a team fight breaking out. But now that they don't have that tool, the 4 Zoomers can be even more aggressive in these side lanes. And while that was the blink reveal on Valkyrie, I still don't know how Nana gets into this fight before, let's say, BKB. And after that, I don't know how many objectives they're going to have to give up. But Kukahook having a BKB is a bright side. If they can honestly start a fight where they're able to find Brax and kill him at the beginning, that's the ideal. But Kukahook's going to run into everyone.
They smoke. They know that everything is here. He has to BKB immediately, and he has. And
oh
it goes
no,
off, but
it doesn't
there's
matter.
The Omni response. There's nobody nearby. He will pop his ult, but Sammy's just going to spin away and kite Kukahook.
And he's gone.
They steal these Crypt Swarm, though. That's the best that they've got.
Perfect
Kukahook
ulti
does have
from
a
the
good time for the ult, though, but that's a lot of damage in the Yules. Will break the TP. Kukahook is almost 100% dead.
At the same time, Gunner soul killed Nana. Oh, does he get Valkyrie?
Artites goes down as well. Valkyrie eats the dirt, and now Brax chasing Moonlight. Starts the TP. No Yules available. But they get the kill anyway. And now they walk into Roche.
All the ghosts attack at once. And another 5-man wipe. Gunner soul killed them both top. He played it perfectly. That was his completed defusal as well. And now he's got 1,200 gold on top of that. This is a downward spiral that we're barreling into.
I mean, what's your comeback story here? It's the Ravage, and your Kukahook troll BKB has to pick off.
When even with that,
it's not damaging.
Well, Aretis it was a perfect ultimate to save his troll, but he wasn't able to ult him during his ultimate. So coming out of that, there was just no healing. He wasn't able to get the full heal off. And at the same time, having to use that BKB so he doesn't get terrorized, so he doesn't get forced back into his base and then just dies in the Omni straight up. It's just a slight positioning mistake that's now resulting in, I mean, all 3 lanes are just getting completely forced in.
Sammy
And
does
there's
get
no
spotted
chance,
for a
no
time.
chance they can kill him though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's running at
He's
them.
got Yules, but
This is the Aegis.
Ravage as well.
And, I mean, he doesn't have Micro Slash. Yeah, it looks like they'll get the first life. They'll have
Just
spin.
slightly mistimed. They do have Ravage, but everything's
all
collapsing.
Of his HP is just gone. At least he held on to the Ravage, though. That way they can use it in the later team fight. The Fear goes out onto the Oracle.
Oh, Gunner
Not
is
able to get out of that one, though, but Spin does go out for Moonlight. Will they get out in time? Yes. But the Pango roll out onto the Troll here. If Kukahoot goes down, that's
it's a nice
not
juke.
a great trade, but he's got the BKB. He'll
Oh, they got
defensive.
another one.
Dire's courier.
And I mean,
the
they got
9.
the Aegis, but at what cost? They stuck their necks out a little bit too far. Wow, I don't know what Nana's doing right now.
Lifts. Nana, what are you doing here? Yeah, you're right. The Omni goes through. It is going to be negated by the Ghost Scepter. Yules out onto the Rubik, but he spins it off.
And again, he bought this Ethway to try and survive up versus the Omni Slash, but he simply gets enchanted by Husky, and then you're just dead. He wants to make these plays. He knows that he does a lot of damage still, but if he's not able to survive while they're fighting him, then it feels so difficult. And I mean, they've got smoke. They need to find a pick. They need to look for something.
Well, the pick could be in the form of Brax. He's currently the most solo hero at the moment. Down in the bot lane.
I mean, he is brazenly just farming the enemy team's jungle. Gunner
Gunner,
would be
maybe.
great as well, but are they just going to ravage him again?
I mean, this
No, it looks
seems
like they got him.
Yeah, they just get him no matter what. He's got a pocketed invis.
Isn't it always the way?
And if anything, that's what they do need to be cautious of. They can't give away too many of these kills, but at the same time, you lose your Pango, but the map is still getting just completely crunched on. There always needs to be a hero to respond to this split push, but Zoomers are still in the hot seat. They're completely comfortable maneuvering around Latam defenders up until that Roche respawns, because yet again, that's the only thing I think a lot of these teams are waiting for. If they get tied to maybe get a good Ravage here, that would be big, but
Well, looks like they purge off the stun.
They got
find
another
the
one.
Kill. I mean, they're finding these good support picks, so.
And this matchup does get slightly more difficult for both the Jug and the Pango once Kukahook is able to get that Basher, but I'm still on the fence for this turnaround, but they are able to get a lot of ground here. It looks like 2 towers about to fall at the same time. It's just the Leshrac getting ready to kill that top one.
Tower is under attack.
Stuns the tree line to make sure nobody's coming in. Looks like they will defend this mid one here. All this is happening, though. Brax has been in the bot lane the entire game.
Yeah, he's just stayed down here. He's gotten so much farm. I mean, 3rd highest in net worth. Has his Solar Crest as well whenever his courier's alive, and he's going to continue to force these TPs back.
Unless is a good one to force. Does have the...
When the line is being drawn, they're trying to get the heroes walking back the slow way.
Ooh, they smoke up for it, too. This would be good if
They're
they
gonna
get
get
it,
the
but it's
tail
smoke
end.
v smoke. Kukahook is going to be the one to reveal Sammy.
Oh,
but the
no!
Omni Slash goes through. It only lands on one, but actually catches Jug on the latter half. Oh, it was the quick slash, though. Now you got the real Omni going through, and it will clean up Valakui. Kukahook trying to run at Gunner, but run away at the same time. Aratis will be picked off in the back lines, and now they look for
There's
the kill
nothing he
out
can do.
onto Leshrac. There is going to be a Yules, though, to slow it
They're
down.
both
Moonlight
dead.
gets picked, and Kukahook going down to Brax inside the base. Now not enough. Trying to get out of there as well, but
Yep,
they
and that's
want
GG.
no more. As the GG will be called in 4 Zoomers. We'll take this series as a 2-0.
Radiant's middle tower.
I mean, the second game was just so convincing. I was very skeptical coming out of the draft yet again. I mean, in the first game, it was the same story. They were really able to pull out a lot of their advantages, and again, it's just a textbook victory. They won all 3 lanes. I want to say the Latam defenders, I think, messed up a few times with their positioning, a few times in the draft where they had to rely on Oracle Troll at the end of the day, and I don't think they really saw this this DP pick coming out. I think all of the picks that Zoomers were able to pull out of their hats just countered everything Latam wanted to do.
Yeah, but overall, it was a it was just kind of a rundown. I mean, I thought chat's already flamed me on it anyway. I thought that Leshrac was gonna do all right against Gunner in the mid against the Pangolier, but they got as soon as they got the tower, and then I realized that every other lane was going as perfect as humanly possible. Latam was not able to capitalize on it. It felt much like the game we saw earlier where it was the Medusa. The Medusa didn't do anything except then show up and literally have all the farm. This is
And then
kind of a
there's nothing you
repeat
can do.
situation. Just
And it's in those games. It's just it's a pure draft win. I feel like where for Zoomers, every hero that they had was able to answer every single hero on the opposing team in stride, in even more surplus. I mean, Husky's 8-0-10. Like this Enchantress pick was just too strong.
I mean, it's pretty easy to say that, again, For Zoomers is not a phantom team. Like, they are one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, more or less, when it comes to this whole entire tournament. So, but overall, GG's to 4 Zoomers. But we are actually done for the day. We finally get to take a nice little rest after a 8.5-hour day.
We could go longer. We could go longer.
Oh, yeah, probably.
It is now March 9th.
I bought way more monsters than I needed to. I could definitely go longer. 100%. It's the only reason I have even the little bit of energy I have right now. Well, ET, anything you want to say on the way out before we send everybody off?
Well, just be here tomorrow bright and early. Undying, first game of the day. The Zoomers playing again at the last game of the day. Kind of sucks to be them, but more good Dota's coming.
Dude, Brax doesn't sleep. It doesn't suck to be them. What are you talking about?
I guess that's true.
I know Brax doesn't sleep, all right? I've seen the events he's gone to. I know that he's up at like 3 a.m. doing pubs. 100%. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow for some more North American Dota 2 action in the BTS Pro Series number 5. This is PartyPetee and ET signing off.